Hello and welcome to this week's healing session. I am so happy to be back, even though you didn't notice my absence since I pre-recorded my videos, but I took 2 weeks off to kind of sit back and relax a little bit, even though it was really difficult because I was just itching to come back and just do stuff. And I still did a little bit of work because you can't stop the creative flow whenever it comes in. So I kind of took this time a little bit to learn that I have to relax and I can't be always working. We need a little bit of a balance. I allowed myself 1 hour of work during the week, and the weekends nothing. It was a little bit hard, but it's okay. I did get the things done, and I'm back, so I hope even though you didn't kind of still saw me but still missed me, I missed you. It was so weird. I did not like it, but something we're gonna learn. So I want to do a video today on the elements again, moving into our next one, which is fire. And I think this is perfect for the current transition we're in from this really weird summer energy we have going on with all these planets and things happening. But it fits the vibe, so I'm not gonna complain. So on today we're gonna focus on the energy that the element fire can provide us, and we're gonna start with action oriented. The fire energy is really going in one direction, and we're gonna do this. And I feel like during summer this is really helpful energy. And we're gonna use this carnelian. And here I want to be action oriented in you taking aligned action with your dream life. What do you want to create for yourself, for your future? Start taking action right now and not wait for the perfect moment. So I wanted this to ignite that little spark in you, like I did during my vacation these 2 weeks. Still, that 1 hour of work was taking aligned action for my future, even though I was constantly, one part of me was like, no, you're on your vacation, you shouldn't be doing anything. But I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm so freaking passionate about this right now. I want to spend time doing it. So this is why I set myself the boundary, 1 hour and not more. This week that I'm back, I can, if I want to, 3 hours spend on it, but probably I won't. But it's just whenever you get that spark of inspiration, or that, oh, I should do this so I have this provided for me in the future, go for it. Don't even question it. Just follow your gut and your intuition. If it's telling you to do that, it's for a reason. I like to call that our little hints from our higher self. If you can't work on something specific, always write those ideas down, or those little intuitive nudges that you get. next one is passion, and I kind of like want to hear reignite your passion in case you lost it or you're trying to find it. Just warming up kind of like my hands here a little bit, since fire is a really mostly known as a destructive force, but it's also something really necessary in our life. Like, we need to stay warm, can help us cook food and everything. It's a fast pacing and moving energy, which can be really helpful here, because our passion is what drives us. If you, this is gonna trigger maybe a little bit some people, but if you don't have a passion in your life, what are you doing? What motivates you to even get up every morning? I don't want you to be like a brainwashed zombie that just goes to work every day to your 9 to 5, and then you get home and just spend the whole freaking night and time on your phone to kind of like dissociate. I want you to have something that you look forward to on your day-to-day basis. Maybe a project, maybe a hobby, something that kind of brings that like spark. I want you, when you see, this is the best I can explain it. If you look into a mirror and you don't see like a spark or like a sprinkle in your eyes when you look at yourself, then you know you don't have any passion in your life, and we kind of want to change that. So whatever it is, maybe it's something that was from your childhood, something that you really liked, and you just kind of like let it go because life was getting too harsh. If you need some pointers for me, for example, my YouTube channel is my passion. I want to help as much people around the world heal and have a healthier life, a better version of themselves without having to spend money on it. One of the reasons for it was mostly because everything nowadays is so expensive, and not everyone can afford getting a healing Reiki session, which is why I found it so cool when I found out that you can do this on YouTube, like long distance. Why should someone pay to be healthy, like, or like pay an insane amount? Why shouldn't everyone have this access for free? This is why I started my YouTube channel. That's one of my passions. Then my other passions are my creative hobbies. I'm a really creative person, and most of my hobbies are creative except reading, but you can, it could be still, but yeah, you gotta find something that makes you like excited every single day when you get to do this, even if it's just 5 minutes after work, just something to kind of like set you back to that high aligned vibration of your true self, and not be just like this empty shell that just goes around the world, and just every single day it's just like one day closer to not existing anymore. Like, please just enjoy your time here. And I went on a rant here, I'm sorry, but it's just something really important to me, because I see it daily that just people, they just here but not really existing. They're just like these empty shells, and it's just really sad to see it. Okay, moving on is movement. And here it took me a while to think, like, what do I want to do in this session that can promote movement? How can we implement that? And movement for me, then it went like a light bulb. I'm like, oh, I bet a lot of people feel stuck right now. So I kind of wanna break down the energy and get it kind of like moving again. If you feel like you're stuck, nothing's happening, or if you're like me, I've been these past 2 months in this really weird energetic transitioning stage, which was a little bit, in my opinion, disgusting. Like nothing was happening really, or really slowly, and it was kind of like a little bit annoying. So I want you to set intention here to kind of fast pass this a little bit, or like to quicken the process, this in between, the smell path you're currently in. Just gonna break away any stagnant energy. So that things can get moving. You're feeling the shift a little bit better, or it's easier for you to surrender to this shift. It's also like an intention that you can set for yourself. I'm gonna close the window real quick. A lot of people are on the streets. Tomorrow it's the national holiday of Switzerland, so most people are free today. Everyone's just getting ready to celebrate tomorrow. I want to bring the newer, improved timeline for you a little bit more into the forefront, if that's the right word, so that it's closer to you and that we have this little middle space, the transitioning a little bit shorter. One thing you can do, this is my recommendation, what I have been doing these past 2 weeks, is meditating every single day. You can set your own specific time. I did it for 7 minutes with some affirmations that were something like, I fully surrender to this new shift, I fully surrender to this new timeline. Just kind of like energetically and mentally prepare yourself, and it's just easier to let go of like the past old version and the old timeline. And I did notice things were starting to pick up a little bit, so you can try that and see how it goes. I recommend it, at least do it for 2 weeks every single day. I did it right after waking up, like as soon as I woke up, made my bed, sat down, put the timer, and that way I didn't have any excuses of saying like, oh, I don't have time today. It's just, you know, those 7 extra minutes. If you try it out, let me know in the comment section how it made you feel and if you saw any changes. So next, fire also stands for strength. And here I just want to give you a little bit of a boost in your own internal strength for whatever challenges may come up in your life. And always remember, it doesn't happen to you. If something is really a shitty situation, try to rewire your brain and saying it's happening for you. And that little perspective shift changes everything. Like, they don't say things in the spiritual journey or community just for shits and giggles. Like, it actually works. I'm gonna push this deeper into your energetic space so that it's really integrated and you already every single day know, like, okay, I can do this. I don't have to worry about anything. And if you're someone that's really anxious and it's a little bit more difficult for you to do that, I'm gonna put the crystal right at the bottom of your feet, since the black obsidian can also be really, really grounded. So now you have it there to kind of calm you down a little bit, and also setting with the intention there that you kind of absorb that strength part for the rest of the session while also being calm. And we move to the next one, which is power. And here I want you to just, I say the same as with the strength, to be able to just access your own internal power. We will be using this citrine. Feeling powerful also comes mostly from the feeling of confidence. If you feel confident in yourself and your strength and abilities, it's easier for you to just embody that type of energy. So I also want to focus here on your solar plexus, which is the one that decides how you feel about yourself. Kind of also as your life energy, like how do you present yourself to the world and how do they perceive you. Kind of focus on your solar plexus right now. And just balancing that out, removing the blockages you might be feeling. raise here your vibration a little bit, so you can adapt more to the version of yourself that's exuding this strength and powerful energy. There we go. The next is transformation, and since we're in this really transformative energy, it perfectly matches. I just want to support you here. The transition process is a little bit more easier for you, and that you don't feel like it's really, I don't know, annoying, I would say, especially if you have a really kind of like in tarot, the tower moment where like your foundation breaks again, you're gonna shift. It sometimes can be a little bit harsh, to put it lightly. But I just want it to be like a really, what's the word, not safe, but more like a softer type of one point of the other. I have the German word in my mind, but not the English one, so I kind of want to soften up the transition space of your transformation from the older version to the newer version, kind of like blurring the lines in between so that we have a much softer transition from one to the other. Sometimes you can feel like this loss that we kind of like miss the old version because we're so used to and hold on to it because it's such a drastic change. But sometimes I kind of like want you to feel as if it's easier to let go. And to finish up, a 4 of love, so you're nice and ready to work with these newer energies. Thank you so much for being here with me and allowing me to do this session for you. It's always a huge honor that you let me be part of your path. And until the next time, I hope you're safe and healthy, and we will see each other next week. Goodbye, everyone.